Hey, you're about to watch this real short video on this door that I was working on, the front door of this house. And I didn't say something I meant to say, which is I could build a new door. It's just astronomical to do that. So this thing that I do where I cut the bottom of the door off because it's rotted and I glue a solid piece of wood on the bottom, excuse me, that I mill up. I'm not telling you it's the right thing to do. I'm just telling you I do it. And I've done this. I mean, not that many times. I've probably done it a dozen times over the course of 40 years, and I've never had a problem with it. So it's not how you build a door. This is just how I'm repairing a door, and that's what this video is about. You'll see. It's the difference between repairing and restoring, refinishing, and just sealing. So this is on a budget, just trying to make it work, keeping it alive, limping it along, because it's less costly than having a guy like me build you a door like that. And if I built it, it'd be even better, right? You know that. So enjoy this. This old door, this old door should be a song. Maybe it is, I don't know. This door has been on this house. It's probably 100 years, you know. And back in the late 90s, these people bought this house, and this door had been painted. And I know the guys that stripped it and restored it, but they didn't really restore it, and they didn't do a good job stripping it. There's a bunch of gouges in this and sanding marks and everything else. Here it is, 25 years later, and it was rotting on the bottom here. So I want to just mention a couple things to you guys. This sort of track for the bottom of your door, you should never use this. And the reason is when water runs down, it gets underneath here and gets trapped underneath the door. And then the door, as you can see here, it just soaks up all that moisture, and then you end up with termites inside the door. And so this had been falling apart for a long time, and I knew about it quite some time ago. And it just took forever for me to get to it. And there wasn't a lot you could do. And now, what I really wanted to talk about was terminology here, okay? Because what you're about to see here, this is not restoration, this is not refinishing. All this is repairing and sealing. And so what I did was I milled up a piece of white oak, and I cut the bottom off, and I glued this piece on with some long, like 8-inch lag bolts that go right up through the bottom. I just put one coat of varnish on this. Again, not restoration. I'm not replacing these parts. I sanded it really well. I found a lot of mistakes these guys made, which is fine. It just has to look good for now. And it'll hold up for quite some time, especially after tomorrow. I've got one pretty good flooded coat on here, and tomorrow I will flood another coat on. Now, a lot of guys would have left the door on. I don't know how you do that, because you still have to close the door at the end of the night, and it could get stuck on the jamb. So my idea here was I made a panel with 3/4 inch plywood, and I milled some redwood to 1 inch thick. This is 1 inch and 3/4 thick. So the plywood door fits right in the jamb. I've got some set screws in there to keep it in place while I'm working on this. And so this can now just, set. Now, fortunately, varnish dries pretty fast. It's almost dry to the touch right now. So it's the afternoon now. Tomorrow I'll get in here in the morning. I'm going to flood a coat on this, and I've got other stuff to do on this house. I did these sills years ago. This was all, we had to strip all of this, all of this, because it was all painted blue. And these are replacement windows, this one here and the one over there. This one here I just painted the brown color, but I did all these sills. I built this bump out here. I put the mahogany underneath here. It's been here a long time. I did all this stuff, I don't even know, 15, 20 years ago. But the sills look like $1,000,000. I just coated them. Now they're coated with dust already again. Built this thing up here. And so I have to, right now, I have to go around the house and I have to do the jambs around the windows. And so I'll probably get going on that tomorrow after I coat this. But again, I just wanted to point out, this is not a restoration job. It is not a refinishing job. It's just a repair job and a sealing job. So there's a difference there. And I don't take on refinishing work. I'm not a finish guy. I don't have the facility to do it. Finishing is an art form, and if you're going to do it right, it should look pristine, super perfect when you're done with it. And to do that correct, in my opinion, you kind of need the facilities to do that. And I don't have that. So you might see it when it's all done. I'll show you something else real quick. So this is that top I made from scrap. Just ripped all this stuff down, milled it up, and glued it up. My initial, my client brought me out some bishop's bread. Nom 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 nom. So again, this is walnut, mahogany, walnut, white oak. No, I'm sorry, that's cherry. Walnut, that's white oak. That's walnut, that's hard maple. That's walnut, that's cherry. That's walnut. And I made this as a work surface. I was going to put this in my apartment. I might put it in the house in Arizona as a work surface. I might even take a wall down in my apartment. No joke, between my living room and kitchen. I've been meaning to do that and create like a bar top thing. I could use it for this. This was all stacked in this back corner. I've had it for years, and I had to mill up a bunch of other stuff. So, you know what? Let me show you something in the house too really quick. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys, this is the door. So you can see here, I milled this up to 1 inch thick. This is redwood, and it was vertical grain too, so it's not gonna warp on you. And again, I just put set screws in the 4 corners here, right into the jamb. You'll never see those holes, and even if you did, I could putty that real quick. But temporary panel here for this door, so I could work on that door out there. So I just wanted you guys to see that, because I did the short yesterday, and I told people that I'd probably show you what happens with it. And I want you to understand the terminology, because people will say exactly what they mean, but you might not understand it because you don't understand what they're saying. So repairing a door is not the same thing as restoring a door. Finishing a door is not the same thing as just sealing a door. All right, one is a lot more labor intensive, costs a lot more money. So you understand. And that's it. Have a great day. Be kind to one another. Nice short video for you here. It's not all UFOs, man. I'll catch you in the next one.